Alrighty folks, welcome back to the channel here. You know what they say, you take care of your rig's gonna take care of you. And today we gotta take care of the rig. This door's falling off. This upper pin's getting wore out and it's starting to leak. When it rains really hard, it'll start to leak through here. But it's been wore out for a minute. I don't know if you can tell. You know, these pins are getting toast, and before they get too far bad, hopefully we can fix and put some bushings in there. So you pull this bottom trim, pull your trim off this where the hood latch thing is. You follow your wires in, you can see where they come through this access hole. One goes down to a big connector right there. You got a little 2-wire connector there, and then you follow the other wire up. You pull this little fuse panel, and this one goes right here, little tab, unplug it, and then these where it says push, you turn this, and if you feed a little screwdriver in right here and push the little tab, you got a lock there, and that whole thing will pop out, and you can fish all that through that access hole. And then we should be able to unbolt this and these, and this whole door should just lift off these pins. So let me get there and I'll show you. So if you undo these bolts off these little center swing things, that whole door should just lift up and off these pins. But as you can see, it's sloppy. So this one, I don't know. The problem is somebody has put on these aftermarket pins with thread-on deals down here. The factory ones are kind of pressed together deals. So I don't know where they have gotten parts for these. I just bought the generic Dorman kit from O'Reilly. I'm hoping I can just use the bushings out of there to kind of re-bush these before they tear up and waller out these inner hinges. So yeah, it's quick and easy to get the door off. So let me see about tearing these apart. I've pulled these off the bottom. I'm gonna see what it's gonna take to get these out of here. I'll let you know. So technically, probably what you need is the little door pin press tool. I was able to get on it with my channel locks and pop this top pin through. The bottom pin, if you can get the top pin out, I don't think the bottom pin technically has to come out. But these new bushings, I think the bottom one's gonna go on here, but I think it's kind of got to go in with the pin. The top one I think is going to go in from the bottom, like it's going to go up here, and then this one's going to go on like this. So I'm going to go get some grease. We'll get these all kind of lined up in there and put together, and then we'll just put this back together. I think that's going to work great for what I need. Caught it soon enough. We don't have a little groove. There's a little bit of one started here, but the top pin looks good, so I'm not going to mess with this bottom pin. Just grease it up real good. I think we should be good for what it is. All right, we got this bottom pin greased. Grease that one. We'll grease this one. I think we're gonna be made in the shade even though it's cloudy. So we'll sneak this one here. It should go in. Oh, you're right there, come on. Alright, let me get my greasy hands wiped off, see if we can get that pin to drop in there. Okay, I think we got her there. Actually, I think that pin, I think the top pin, I think the bushing on it has to come in from the top. I think that's gonna be a little better. So let's see here. Get my door pin press here. See if we can get this pressed back in there. Oh, those are much better. I think this has got to go. I think we've got to snug the bottom here. And get the top on here. Whoop. Oh, guys, that's real nice. Probably do the bottom one while I'm here, so I'll get the bottom one done. It's the same way. We'll catch you back here in a minute. Okay, we got it all back on here. We'll slap our bolts back in there, in the doorstop deal. And then back there, we'll shove our wires through, and I think we got her made. Alrighty, we are back together. So it's not a terrible job. On the factory pins, if the door pins have never been replaced before, on the bottoms, they kind of have this swedged together press fit deal. So all you gotta do, you pull the door off the same way, and then instead of being able to unbolt the bottoms and sneak those little hinge pieces out, you just get in there with your die grinder and cut the bottoms off. And then your aftermarket pins, they got the same little knurling to press them in, and they just got a snap ring on the bottom. So they're not terrible to do. So this door is probably good for another 50,000 miles. I don't know. They've been done before. The truck's got 520,000 miles on it. So who knows when they got done first or second or however many times they've been done. Hopefully this helps somebody. But yeah, not a terrible job to do. So if you enjoyed this, subscribe, like, all that fancy stuff. We're always doing junk like this in the garage. So hopefully we'll see you in the next one.